The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on another Big 12 foe, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Quick catch on third down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Cougars offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. And the Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Takes the easy completion. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The short hands, it's Vaughn. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, and when you're backed up coming out, you got to get that 1st down. You got to get a little bit of yards. You don't want to punt out of your own end zone. Nice job feeding the rock, handing it off, and getting a big gain.
Conversely, David, doesn't someone on defense have to make a play? I mean, you know you had this golden opportunity now to at least get a stop, force a punt, and give your offense the ball back, maybe at midfield. Just a poor job defensively of fitting that run and making tackles.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. He'll do it himself. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there.
And just putting something very easy, very reliable, flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
It's 1st down from the 11. Let's go. Reads it, fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to pop the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Slithers into space. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're going to ride this running back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't...
Wide open on the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. He's got the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
And fourth and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Grab near the marker. It's Phillips. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Cougars are marching down the field. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Got the back over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That last completion sets him up on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught, close to the marker, it's Phillips. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Back's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Hagan. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Vaughn. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. Oh, they blocked it. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to right down the gut of the field. The 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cougars. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Oh, a double pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Now the play fake. Floats it out in space. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. It's a draw. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got his man to the left. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougar! Quarterback. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Off the play fake on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Can't get him to the ground. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
At the 45 on his way. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. You got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Takes a hit as he fires. Firing to the right, complete. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks.
Turning it on. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trying to do it on the ground. And BYU will get the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
A strike downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. You've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Leaves it with the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over TCU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It'll be a draw. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. Right back to the well. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, BYU! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Nice move to keep running. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. BYU has it. Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make make them sweat it all. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete,
a lot of room to the right. The 30. He's at the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point is good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
Out of the gun, the running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, it will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity.